What's going on, guys? Hey, listen, to follow up our sample series, we've got a fragrance that I've grabbed from the house of Tom Ford. Strap up, it's a goodie. All right, welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the afternoon, Tom Ford, guys. The fragrance is Noir. Not Noir Extreme, not Noir Parfum, just straight up OG dark black bottle Tom Ford Noir Eau de Parfum. Guys, you know, one thing about Tom Ford is he never disappoints in quality, prestige, allure. There's many fragrances from the Tom Ford line that, I gotta be honest with you, don't wow me. You know what I'm saying? Tom Ford's interesting because Tom Ford's one of the first houses I smelled where I was just like, whoa, there's another tier of performance, another tier of complexity when it comes to perfumery that I'm unaware of, right? And I was hooked immediately because the first fragrance of Tom Ford I ever smelled was Grey Vetiver. From that point forward, I was absolutely hooked. I had to put my nose on every single Tom Ford fragrance under the sun. And so I just started buying decants galore. This fragrance, guys, Noir Extreme, Noir Parfum, whatever you get, is absolutely incredible. This is just the regular Tom Ford Noir Eau de Parfum. Noir for men. This right here is unreal. I don't want to compare it to Extreme or the Parfum Extreme or whatever, the gold bottle, because you don't lose, guys. We just have to judge this as is. Tom Ford Noir Black Bottle Eau de Parfum, absolute killer. This thing has such diversity to it. It's incredible when a fragrance can be both unique yet super versatile. Like, how do you become distinct in your fragrance wearing where people say, oh wow, I've never smelled that before, but also have infinite use case? If you wore this out of the gym, I wouldn't be mad. You wore it on a date night, it would be something your girl never smelled before. If you wore it in an airport, everybody would turn their head to you and they are going to wonder which business you own. You know what I'm saying? Which company did you just invest in this week? You know what I'm saying? What car do you drive? This is, when we talk about class, I don't want to just talk about money, because this is a sophisticated man mentally. This is a sophisticated man physically. This is just off of aroma. This makes somebody think very highly of you beyond what you physically look like. That's the best way I can put this fragrance. You put your nose to this and you start thinking in your head what kind of man this is. Like who am I dealing with to smell this crazy good? It is absolutely incredible. It's not loud, but it's there. It's inviting. It's very mysterious. It has a lot of complexity, though it's linear. It's weird. It's like, it's a fragrance you constantly have to keep putting your nose back on just to identify the storyline of where this is going. Again, without describing it too much, I think in a nutshell, this is just an absolute showstopper of a fragrance that when people smell it on you, it will immediately make them start thinking of what kind of person they're dealing with, because they're going to think, wow, there's a lot to this person probably, and I want to know more about it because this smells so good. Amber, powdery, spicy, woody, floral, earthy. It's got all the elements to it, guys. Let's go ahead and pull up the note breakdown. I can't say enough good stuff about this fragrance, guys. Top notes. As you guys can see, man, violet, pink pepper, caraway, bergamot, verbena. In the mid, Tuscan iris. Totally smell the iris in here. If you're a lover of Dior Homme, DHI, DHP, I don't care, guys. It's got that powdery iris in it. Not quite like Tom Ford's effing fabulous. This is way more sophisticated in my opinion due to the spice, all the different spices that are in here. Bulgarian rose, black pepper, nutmeg, geranium. Don't be scared of all the spices in here, guys. Black pepper, pink pepper, caraway, all that stuff. It's so smooth. There's not bite. There's no bite to the smoothness of this pepper. Nutmeg, geranium, clary sage in the base. Indonesian patchouli, amber leaf, amber, vanilla, civet. What the heck is that? Okay, musky amber. It's the, oh my goodness. Look at this, guys. Zoom in on that. Sometimes the way they get notes is crazy. I was not expecting that. Yeah, you guys go look up Civic on your own time because I'm done. But anyways, leather, and then a bunch of, I think these are synthetics, no? Oh, resins. And then resins, vetiver. You know, one thing about Tom Ford is he's always going to put notes in the fragrance that nobody can get their hands on or that's proprietary that he buys out. You know, I think about, I'm just going to leave this note breakdown so you guys can just look at it while I talk for a bit. He's going to use something that nobody can get their hands on so that he kind of has a very uniqueness with him, with his line that people can't duplicate. And for the most part, that's true. There are a lot of Tom Ford clones, but they typically clone the weaker fragrances of the line, in my opinion, in terms of linearness. Gosh, the fragrance is so good, guys. I can't speak more highly about this. The fragrance that came to mind when I thought about how stingy Tom Ford is with like his ingredients and stuff was Velvet Orchid, Black Orchid. You know, the orchid they use is one that he bought from a guy in California that made a specific type of orchid that nobody else could harvest. And he bought the rights to it. And that's the only orchid they use for Black Orchid and Velvet Orchid. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You know, they're just going to put some things in there to just, and you wonder if they contribute to the fragrance at all. But in this case, you kind of believe it because you're like, how did they nail this complexity and smoothness while using like 25 ingredients? It's just crazy. This is how you approach fragrance in a way where you're trying to make something no one can really duplicate. Trust me, guys, Odyssey Homme is a fire fragrance. There are a lot of spicy, ambery vanilla clones out there. There's even a lot of name brand houses that have gone about this DNA. Spice Bomb, you know what I'm saying? But Noir and Noir Extreme in the Parfum go crazy. You really cannot match it. You can only be a shadow of what it is. And the fact that you can get a bottle of it for like $125 is absolutely insane. Maybe when we get this channel up, we could start getting some Tom Fords in here, even though I own a few of them, and just kind of spice up the channel a little bit because I know we're kind of clone dominant, but you know, that's okay. I try to talk to the common man, you know what I'm saying? And we can work our way together to more sophistication and things like that. But I think in this fragrance world, man, the clones are starting to really put a lot of bigger fragrances out of business, and for good reason. They need to step their game up. This fragrance is an absolute showstopper. Any season, any reason. I think it would shine in colder climates for sure. But I'm calling this an any season, any reason fragrance. Use cases, everything, man. Boss CEO, suit and tie, serious occasion, romantic occasion. Gosh, at date night, this is like game over. She's going home with you. Not a gym fragrance. You could rock it in college and stuff like that. If you're going to classes and whatnot, she's going to think you're super sophisticated, want to know more about you, what house you're driving up to, what car you're driving, etc. But man, this is the mystery man extravaganza. This is like a Great Gatsby kind of fragrance. Price point $130. I'm seeing very clearly here, you know, 110 to 150-ish for 3.4 ounce bottle. That's actually incredible. I might actually cop this after this episode because right now I'm still living off my sample. But I might have to get Noir Extreme. I'm just not sure yet. But man, this is an absolute showstopper of a fragrance. Yeah, guys, in a nutshell, it's kind of this lipsticky iris wrapped in warm ambery spices, but almost has this seductive element of like vetiver and incensey resinous type of mystery smokiness a little bit. I think the girth of this is iris and warm spice and amber, and then that's like 30% wrapped in just the complexity of different florals and just other elements, pepperiness, rose, vetiver, musk, leather. It's just all over the place, guys, but somehow they get the blend so smooth. This to me, like if you guys love Dior Homme, that lipsticky iris from Dior Homme, Noir is a step above. I gotta just give it its just due. It's better than Dior Homme, guys. It just is. Not by a lot, but by 20% at least. And I hate to say that. I have Dior Homme. I'm a huge fan of Dior Homme. I absolutely love Dior Homme. But Tom Ford Noir has a degree of complexity that goes beyond iris and takes it somewhere else while respecting and withholding a girthy iris. So anyways, that's my thoughts, guys. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I wanted to give you guys a short review, especially since it was on a sample. Cop Tom Ford Noir. You won't lose getting any version of it. I actually think that the Extreme might be going a bit overboard just in terms of projection. I like the mysteriousness of the EDP and the price. But either way, guys, it's a banger, certified banger. You're rocking with me in the scent bubble. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, turn on your notifications so you do not miss an episode that we've been dropping every single day. And guys, don't think just because I'm rocking episodes every single day that I'm doing trash fragrances. Go click the videos tab in my library. Everything we're doing is heat. We're rarely doing trash. And the only time I'll show you a fragrance you shouldn't buy is if I've heard a lot of hype about it and we need to dispel the myth. You know what I'm saying? Most of these fragrances are, if we're talking clones, these are fragrances everybody has had their eyes on. And if it's not in their collection, they've been wanting to put it in their collection and they're waiting for a guy like me to put a video out on it. Or if we're talking name brand stuff, we're talking fragrances that everybody talks about. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wants to have in their collection. So with that being said, every day is going to be some heat for you. Treat my fragrance channel like a podcast. Throw it on in the car when you're on your way somewhere, and it's good fun. Love y'all. Have a blessed night. Talk to you soon.